Let's go hit the beach. It's nice outside and you're here. Oh my gosh, Dave, we have a show to put on. Okay, I'll be right there. Excuse me, folks, while I go find the eye block so we can go hit the beach later. Have fun tonight. Whoa! Whoa, man! Those waves are totally radical. It's the Sausages Comedy Club show with your very special guest stars, Davine Ker, Laura Chris Davis, Stephen Osborn, yeah, Lauren Smith, yeah, PaulKilmer. Oh yeah, our headliner, who's a mystery. Is it you? Or you? With co-host Vickie Plummer. And co-producer Anneliese Wright. Yeah. And now without further ado, the master of ceremonies, the man who gets the sunburn under an incandescent bulb, the Randy Savage of puppets. Please welcome A.A. Ron. Yeah. I'm gonna watch this beat side. All right, it is a Saturday night. We are on, and let me get this sound turned off. Oh my gosh, I know how to run Zoom. How's that even possible? Yeah, oh, there we go. I am spotlighted. Oh my gosh. And look, just in time, on the road is my co-host, Vickie Plummer. Let's all give her.
Yay!
And she just made it into the Zoom room. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, someone just turned the shower on, and maybe it's just my sound. Nope, that was the ocean waves in the video thing there. So that's what that was. So don't worry about that. That was a sound effect, or well, that explains the water in the studio. I'm not quite sure what happened there. Oh, such a great week, isn't it, guys? We're already into June, and I've heard this. I can't believe it's already June. Well, if you have the 2021 calendar, it does say June. Oh, yeah. Yes, that's what it is. Oh, and it's been a great week for me. I finally left my job. Yay! Woo! Woo! Yeah, and I get to work from home, and my wife, wait, I forgot to tell my wife she's the breadwinner. Honey, you gotta have to get 3 more jobs. Sorry. No, actually, I got a job working for her. Someone's got some wind going on. Who's the windy person? We don't have a windy on tonight. We do not have a windy. We don't have windy. That's the dog. Maybe it's the waves in here. But yeah, it's a great week for me. I hope it's a great week for you. It's hot here, so we got the AC rolling. And you know what? New job, new opportunities for me, and hopefully my commute won't trip me up. It's only 13 steps.
Better than 12. Better than 12.
Yeah, better than the 12-step program. So yes, I'm not working for AA. No, I'm not. Oh, but you know what? This is going to be a great show tonight. And I want to get to our first comedian. And she gave me a nice intro, and I wish I could read it all, but I'm pretty sure I trip up over half of it. This comedian is a trilingual stand-up comedian, multidisciplinary artist, and the Moth Story Slam winner who creates through and throughout thought-provoking jokes, unexpected concepts, and unique storytelling. Let's please welcome to the stage from Washington, D.C., Davine Ker, everybody. Woo, woo, woo.
Hello, everybody. So nice to see you all on the beach. It's bikini season. Yay. By the way, a bikini is lingerie you can pee through. And I really love sitting on the beach, but it's so exhausting sitting there doing nothing. I watch people and I just realized that it's a giant cat litter box, right? And then I just realized that the beach, people are not allowed to bring their cats because the cats would show up and be like, oh my God, I'm feeling so relieved, right? And it's an odd place where we actually trust everyone so much. Everybody leave their stuff on the beach. It's like nobody steals, maybe because we're so close to God, you know? When we're close to the water, you can leave all your stuff. I mean, it makes me think the first person who ever stole anything probably stole that idea from someone else, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really love looking at the horizon. It's a beautiful line, and you just look at it and you snort everything in like a line of cocaine. And then that's why people love going in nature, because it's addictive. It's like, I gotta go back to nature. I gotta go back to nature. Snort the horizon. I know this pandemic. I mean, I love my husband, but I love this open space because we need personal space. And I always like to go by the water because when things go rough, I eat seafood or I just walk into the ocean and die.
Oh.
No, I think my tomb would say like she thought she was Jesus, because I obviously can't walk on water. I mean, that's the thing is when you want to be alone with your thoughts, that's when God shows up and says, hey little girl, let's have a chat. Why do you need to be alone? And I'm like, I'm trying to have personal space. He was like, you want bread? You want wine? And I'm like, I don't drink and I'm doing low carb. He's like, come on, let's bond. Let's bond. But that's not true. That's the white people God, the fun one, because my Buddhist God is more like, your feelings are not valid. Go meditate and deal with your own karma. But anyways, it's relaxing. I'm a lot more relaxed now. I used to be so competitive. Like if you farted, I would take a dump right there in front of you just to ump you one. But I'm a lot wiser. I'm a little older now. Like when the phone rings, I don't run like a moron to pick up the phone anymore. I'm not aggressive anymore either because I'm from the 80s. When you're in the 80s, when the TV doesn't work, you just hit it. When your tires are not working, you just kick it. I mean, everything was violent. I mean, even the music back then was like, beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it. You just have to beat your problems. I'm a lot more laid back. I mean, even my parenting style, my mom always said, like, you better have a good belt for your sons. And I'm like, it's not fashionable, Mom. Women don't wear belts anymore. This is how I discipline my kids. I'm like, Liam. Oh, by the way, I named my first son with an Irish name because we're from the Cambodian part of Ireland, But I would tell them, I'm like, okay, work it out. All right, you need to resolve your problems. Liam, Nathan, just stop fighting. Otherwise, I'm going to redecorate all your rooms with clowns. And they know Mommy's serious. I'm going to shop and I'm going to buy everything with clowns. Like it's just crazy. And and my friends are really intense, and I tried to tell them to take a chill pill because, they're like, Davine, what's your parenting style? Because, you're Cambodian, you're Canadian, you're American. So how do you raise them? And I'm like, girl, life is not like the Container Store, all right, where you go there and everything's labeled for you, okay? Like, I don't know. I'm just raising. This is my style. Don't raise morons. And she's like, yeah, but don't you want to be honest with them and teach them to always tell the truth? And I'm like, good luck. Good luck surviving a Cambodian genocide telling the truth. My parents, if they didn't lie, they would have been murdered. I'm gonna end on this one. I mean, to relax, I like to watch TV with my kids, and we saw Coming to America, the sequel. And there's a circumcision part in there, and my sons were like, Mama, what did they cut off? And I'm like, I'm sorry kids, your daddy, he insisted, he really wanted you guys to match with each other. I'm like, what about consent? And I'm like, I'm sorry, I couldn't compromise. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we couldn't cut halfway. All right, Mommy's Canadian. In Canada, men are like little anteaters. All right. So my youngest said, Mama, if the tooth fairy gets $1 per tooth, how much does the foreskin fairy owe us? And I said, I'm sorry, kids. She's very cheap. She only left us the tip.
Oh, wow.
All right. My name is Davine Ker. Thank you for your time. That was fun. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right. Davine, where can we find you on social media?
Davine DC on Twitter, Instagram, and Clubhouse.
Sweet. And you said you had TikTok?
Also, yeah.
Cool. And do you have any shows coming up?
All the time. That's why I just follow my social media because you're.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, just follow her social media. She has a YouTube channel. She has some really cool little videos there, but apparently on TikTok she has a lot more videos. But that's awesome. Thank you so much.
And I do a lot
Thank
of
you.
shows with her with that fan, and she loves to take photos. And one day we did a show, and Dat was like, "Who's taking photos? All I hear is clicking." She slowly was like putting her camera down. Like, it was really funny, and he knew it was her. He didn't say anything, but it was so funny because we all were like, "Whoop."
Look, he's Asian. I'm Asian. We like photos. He needs to own it. You know.
It was really funny. Do you remember that night? That was like maybe 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Everybody was like, it was so funny though. It was so cute.
Oh.
And her photos are awesome. She always tags everybody and we're like, yay, they're great. But that was so funny. I loved it. All right, I'm home. I'm running upstairs. I'll see you guys in a second. Can't wait to hear the rest.
Awesome. Yay, Vickie's home. Yay. You know
Yay, you made it.
Traffic. I made it from New Hampshire. I'll see you guys in a sec.
She made from New Hampshire. You know, that's what's fun about Zoom. You could just be on the road. You could be anywhere in the country or across the water or anything. The one thing we would love to hear, if you are in the room as an audience member, please turn on your microphones. We know you're not sitting next to the dishwasher all night long. Come on. We'd love to hear you all. We do want to hear you all. All right, let's get up to our next comedian. He's such a funny guy, and he's a magician too. I'm not sure what he's going to do because he's in his car, but he's not driving. Thank goodness. He's stopped. He's off to the side of the road. So please welcome from Plainville, Connecticut, PaulKilmer, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Hey, hi. Oh boy, I'm gonna bring the level of energy way down.
Oh.
I'm coming to you live from the back seat of my mother-in-law's car because I had multiple children's magic shows today because I am a magician. I can't prove that fact right now because all of my stuff is packed away, but I did almost do this Zoom comedy show in the restroom of a Boston market.
Nice.
If you didn't know what a Boston market is, it's not Kentucky Fried Chicken, and that's all you need to know. It is not good, and when you go here, you feel worse than when you went in. Both spiritually and physically. Sorry. I get distracted easily. There's a fire truck going by and I don't want to ruin Aaron's Zoom show. I'm not even doing jokes. I'm just kind of like observing things happening in my environment, and this is a fun room. I've never done comedy from the back of a car before. I've not done a lot of stuff from the back of a car before, so this is kind of I can scratch this off of my bucket list. There are two things on my bucket list. One is I've pretty much done everything on my bucket list. Time to go, guys. No, that wasn't dark. Aaron said I could do jokes as long as I didn't use the F or C word. So he didn't say I couldn't go dark.
You can go dark all you want.
Oh yeah. I was gonna use the C word, but I decided I didn't want to get canceled today.
Oh.
I was talking about the word concrete because I like words with friends.
Oh.
Now you're good. Now that was bad. I don't deserve laughs for that. I will actually give your laughs back and accept. I will accept that bomb. I don't know how comedy works. I just kind of talk to people and they laugh. I don't really write things down. So how are you? I'm gonna do some crowd work today. Hey Aaron, how are you doing?
Doing awesome, Paul. How are you doing in the back of that car?
I don't know.
Just,
All right,
nod
that
you're doing okay. You just nod if you are kidnapped right now. Just let us know, okay?
well, I would have kidnapped myself, and that doesn't count.
Oh.
That just means I'm lonely.
Oh.
Can't really kidnap yourself, but you can judge people going in and out of a Boston market. I mean, we only ate here because it had a bathroom to use, and that's not a way to pick a restaurant. I should just talk. But yeah, that ends the crowd work portion of my show. I just ask people how they're doing because I care about all of you.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm also wholesome. So I think I feel I have about maybe 45 seconds left, right?
Dang, you're good.
Yeah. Am I because I feel like I'm starting to bomb now, and it's usually at the end of my set. Ever be on stage and you just whiff it? You don't know how you got through the set, but then you get booked on a show and you're just as confused as the audience. Because that's what's happening now.
Oh.
I don't have my notebook or my magic, but you guys are laughing. You're making me feel real good about myself.
You're good.
My grandmother always told me I was her favorite magician when I was a kid, but I didn't realize she had to.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel right now. So I think this is going well, and I will contact you all about putting you down as references on job applications. References are bullcrap because you have to put down people that you've known for 7 years but aren't your family.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with that? Who knows anybody? What if you're an introvert who doesn't like people? Can you just put yourself down as a reference? I know myself. I can move a box. I can prove it. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, everybody. I hope you guys have a good one, okay?
Let's give it up for PaulKilmer, guys.
Yay.
And Paul, where can we find you besides next to Boston Market on social media?
You can find me at PaulKilmer. That's pretty much where I have all my stuff right now until I decide that I want to take it to the next level and invest in the dark web.
Oh, the dark web. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to invest in next.
Thanks, Aaron. I hope you have a good day.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. And he's doing comedy for magic shows for kids. And you know what? For riffing in the back seat of a car next to a Boston Market, that wasn't too bad. You're doing pretty good. By the way, I agree. If you walk into a Boston Market, you've settled.
Yeah.
You have settled. You know, we used to have that problem here. You go, oh gosh, Applebee's is open. Oh, they're backed up. Oh, Chili's. Oh, they're backed up. Ruby Tuesdays. Oh, really? Endless Salad Bar. Oh, but they're gone now. So we're lucky. Now our third option is staying at home eating PB&J. So that's not a good idea. Oh, and I know Vickie's gonna get signed in here, but you know what? I love
I'm here. I'm getting
You're
my
here,
computer.
you're here. Are you still in the car? Are you driving upstairs? Someone's got a vacuum.
No, I'm home.
Who's got the vacuum? Whoever has a Hoover upright going on and you're watching comedy, please just shut it off right now. You can do it later. I'm serious. You know what? Doing housework at midnight is fine as long as you live by yourself. You're good with that. All right. So our next comedian coming up, he got on here by playing the game called Bombing Run. and that's on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern. All the other time zones, go look at your watch or calendar. I don't know how to tell time. And that's where 3 comedians compete, where I have a mysterious judge decide who's first place, Joker Ace, second and third. And the first place winner gets to be on my Saturday show. So please welcome, all the way from Germany, Stephen Osborn, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Hey! Oh my God, I love the unearned applause. That's my favorite kind of applause. Sometimes I do make the mistake of telling people that I dabble in comedy, and I always get the same response, tell me a joke, make me laugh. You know how it goes. And that's when I go into my new untested hour of material, and I don't stop. I don't pause. You're going to hear some very inappropriate things. I'm sorry, Mom. You're the one who ruined Thanksgiving for asking about my hobby. So a little bit about that. Something about me. I have an unsteady gait. I don't really walk straight. And my boss, he doesn't trust me. And one day he was like, I think you might be drunk. You might be drunk at work. Can I smell your breath? And you know how it's going right now. It's not the safest time in the history of the world to let your boss smell your breath. So I was like, let's not do that. And he backed down. And I wouldn't have normally had the balls to stand up to my boss, but thankfully I was just super wasted, you guys. Saved my life. They call it liquid courage for a reason. And probably he wouldn't have backed down so easily if I hadn't backed over him with that forklift, which is a little thing I like to call solid courage. But no, I don't have a lot of responsibilities at work. It's fine. I kind of just, put women's underwear into boxes at a women's underwear warehouse, which is the perfect job for a pervert like me. Sometimes I'll put little fortune cookie fortunes into the women's underwear, just spice things up a little bit. Except for instead of lucky numbers on the back, it's kind of just my number. I'm an equal opportunity creep. I don't look at the size or the style of the underwear. It's fine. I just want a nice German girl to call me, and get married, get some of that sweet German healthcare. It's a wholesome kind of creep, It is weird that it's the easiest way to get citizenship in any country is just to marry a citizen of that country. The government's just an education or a job would be really cool. But what would be awesome is if you promise to just only have sex with one person while you're here. It's like they're just terrified of a sexy refugee crisis or something. I mean, I know I am. I don't know about them. I had the funniest moment of my life at that job the other day. One of my jobs there is to put little labels on the boxes, with the address and the names on them so they don't get lost in the mail. And sometimes I read the names. Maybe that's even weirder than putting fortune cookie fortunes in. I don't know. But one of the girls' names was Marceline. I'm not making this up. Marceline Butterdick Donker, which greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. Marceline Butterdick Donker. And the best thing about that name is that that's a choice. It's a hyphenated name. At some point, someone named Butterdick met the love of their life named Donker and decided, baby, this is too good to give up. We need to put these together. It's like the first person that made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or something, But I don't know. I almost didn't use her real name because I didn't want anyone to go out and harass her. But you know what? I couldn't. This woman who's brought me nothing but more joy than any other woman in my entire life combined. But I couldn't write anything better than Marceline Butterdick Donker. You guys know how they raise pigs in Israel, right? I don't have to tell you. You probably already know. But let me give you a little rundown. Because obviously they can't have the cloven hooves touching the holy ground. So what they do is they put the pigs on a platform, right? On the farm. They're basically raised on stage like child stars. They're just raised on stage and then shoot up. But you can't put a smart animal like that on a stage and not expect some kind of Planet of the Apes scenario, Israel's giving us comedian pigs is what I'm saying, and they're screwing us over. But anyway, I just want to end on this. You only get one life. It's very easy to screw up that life, by say going on stage and telling people that you were drunk at work. But you only get one life. So if you get the chance, my advice is to take someone else's. Thank you very much.
For Stephen Osborn. And Stephen, where can we find you besides underwear factory?
You can find me on Tinder, I guess, and on Instagram. At Steve Mo Comedy. It's pretty much it. And I also have like a podcast I do sometimes called MDK Squad Pod, Murder, Death, Kill, True Crime Podcast. But I don't know. That's about
Murder,
it.
Death, Kill podcast.
Right, yeah.
So when you talk about murder, death, kill, you actually talk about like real life stories. Is that what that is?
Yeah. I wanted to make it Murder, Death, Comedy with a K, but I don't know.
No, it doesn't work too well.
Things with a K that aren't supposed to be a K.
Well, in German it's spelled with a K.
Oh, well, there you go.
Look, she's here. She's on the beach with us, guys. Yay!
Yay! I wish I was on the beach.
Well, this is as close as we got, Vickie. This is as close as we got because our headliner couldn't get with us tonight. So I have a mystery headliner, but the headliner we had was on the beach and couldn't be here. So I decided, why not us on the beach, right? I mean,
Yeah,
so that's fair.
awesome. This has been so fun. Paul I don't know if he's still here. Is he still
He had to go pull another trick out for a kid. I think.
Oh my God, he was cracking me up. He's like, I don't really write jokes. I'm just observing stuff. I was like, well, it's funny.
Yes, I'll never look at a Boston market the same. Definitely not ever again.
Oh my God, he was so funny. He was cracking me up.
Yeah.
We had him on like 3 months ago, maybe?
Something like that. You know what? Time flies when you're doing Zoom.
Exactly. No, but he did magic tricks and told jokes at the same time, and it was really fun. I can see why he got booked on all kinds of kids shows. He's funny and cute when he does it. Yeah,
and the last time he was on just in the Zoom room, he was just doing tricks after his set was done. So he's quite the guy. So if you're in Plainville, Connecticut area, I'm saying go ahead and book him. He's really cool. Oh my gosh. So I had a little bit of a mess up in the lineup, but you know what? I recovered, and my co-producer's telling me, what did you do? And I'm like, yeah, I know.
Bless you.
Bless you, Gesundheit. Sneezing. Oh my gosh! Again, we want to hear your laughs. So if you are a audience member or a comedian, please, we want to hear your laughs because I don't use canned laughter; it's too expensive. Price has gone up since the pandemic, and I can't afford it. So, I want to invite our next comedian up to the stage. Please welcome for Fairfax, Virginia, Lauren Smith, everybody. Woo, 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 woo.
Hey guys, so I am a 51-year-old divorced single mom. Yeah, because I make good choices. And I got to tell you guys, the person I spent the last 18 years loving left me for someone younger, hotter, and smarter.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right, guys. My daughter went to college this year. Yeah, her roommate's way cuter than I am. Oh, well, at least this time I got the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took the Blockbuster stock in the divorce. I make good choices. What can I say? But guys, I have to tell you, it is weird having her gone, and not all bad. My house is clean, and there is no more of her music.
Woo.
Yeah, guys. My daughter listened to the most disturbing rap music. Now, I don't hate all rap. I'm not that old. or that kind of white person, I hope. So, like, I would be fine with Public Enemy, Lauryn Hill, but that is not who my daughter listens to. And it is hard to explain my problem with her music in words that I can use on this show. Yeah. I mean, I'm a comic, so I can drop an F-bomb if it's necessary. The only ones that bother me are the C word and the P word. But that is all her music seems to use. Which is problem one. But guys, the bigger problem is what they want to do to that poor P word. Yeah, it sounds like animal cruelty. Yeah, Jump on Me and Jackhammer said no woman ever, except in rap. Except in rap songs where even the women are pretending that's fun. Beat it up like pinatas. I said I like it like. Oh, Cardi B, you do not. None of us do. And speaking of Cardi B, so talented, but her values. Now, for the rest of this set, I am going to use elbow for the P word and handshake for the F word, because you can't talk about her music without those words. Now, I am not complaining about WAP or way if we're using elbow. As such, men are supposed to love you, and when they do it right, they should absolutely drench your elbow. Nothing wrong with that. But expecting one to buy you a car or pay your student loans because you shake his hand, guys, that's just trifling. I mean, that is the kind of gross you can't clean up with a mop. Yeah, for Clean Show, you guys are all real familiar with what I'm talking about. Well, what bothers me most of all is that my daughter's future boyfriend, who probably won't be a good choice if she takes after me, probably will listen to the same music and will have spent years listening to songs about wrecking elbows. Yeah. Which is defined by Urban Dictionary as to give a girl such a good, long, hard handshake that her elbow is generally unusable for the next couple of days and resembles a demolished Ford F-150. Okay, guys, my daughter should not need medical attention after the third date. And don't tell me it won't take 3 dates. I don't need to know. All right, and on that note, I have been Lauren Smith. Thanks so much.
Let's give a big round of applause. And Lauren, where can we find you on social media?
Well, this set is actually premature, so my daughter's actually not leaving until the fall, so I'm not allowed to be on Instagram until the fall. But you can find me on Facebook as Lauren Waller Smith. I'll put it in here. I have to use my middle name because there's 18 gazillion Lauren Smiths.
Right. Yeah. So I understand that. But you have a show right after this tonight, right? You said
I do indeed. And it is called Cougars in Captivity. And I talk about my love life in language I'm not allowed to use on this show. So if you're curious, please log in.
I think we have to go check that out because elbows and handshakes were so hilarious here. It was great. I loved it.
Oh my God, that was awesome. And I love that you're not allowed to be on Instagram until the fall. Oh, who's not allowing you? You or your daughter?
Oh, my daughter. She's like, Mom, my friends are on Instagram.
Love it. I love it. You should just change your name to like Lauren Handshake Smith, and they won't find you.
Yeah.
That would go over very well in my house.
You should just
Oh
go
my
on
God.
TikTok. She probably's not there, so you just go on TikTok. Just about that whole thing.
Oh my God, that was awesome. You guys have all been so great. And I realized I didn't say anything about Steven. Steven, you were killing me. That was hilarious.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of true crime. So I was like, oh yeah, do the true crime stuff. It's great. Everybody's been so fun. And thank you for being so patient while I was like running up the stairs with my phone. So this was great.
You mean you've been running to the beach because we're on the beach? Look,
Oh, I'm sorry, running.
Yeah, right.
By the way, over there's a bunch of drinks over there. So if we all just run to the beach, hold on. I ain't going nowhere because I got a wall right behind me. I guess I couldn't figure that one out too well. Didn't plan.
Oh my gosh.
Too well. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it's so nice to be on the beach. And you know, like the intro said, I do burn easily, but you know what? I do get that farmer's tan. So I never tan evenly. I'm always like pretty much brown here, and I am nuclear white underneath this shirt. Right. I'm like a glow in the dark, sticker from the 70s underneath. Oh, my wife wishes I go tanning, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. I just can't.
Yeah.
Oh, but thank you so much, Laura. We should go to our next comic, who has almost kind of the same name, but she's from Chicago, so she's blown in here. Please welcome to the stage.
Thanks, everybody. Oh my gosh, you guys have been cracking me up. This has been so much fun. Hey, I grew up in Michigan, so my accent's never going to get any better. Chicago, Michigan, it's bad. It was the 80s, you know, leg warmers, big hair, the Cabbage Patch riots of 83. Anybody remember Satanic Panic? That's an 80s fad we don't need to come back, right? If you're not familiar with Satanic Panic, that's when people blamed everything on Satan. It was nuts. Like, it got so bad, Pampers Diapers released a statement to deny rumors they were satanic.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy. I was researching it, just like, what? Okay. So I asked my mom for a Barbie because she was way into this. And she was like, oh no, those get possessed by the devil. She caught me listening to the Rolling Stones. No sympathy for the devil. She cheated on her diet. Oh, devil's food cake. And my friend got pregnant, teenager, and she's like, oh my heck, Rosemary's Baby. And you know, the first time I saw Dana Carvey's Church Lady, remember that? I was like, hey, my mom's on TV. She had questionable judgment. She took me to a shady dentist once, and he got me so high on nitrous, I hallucinated Mr. Rogers had pinwheel eyes. I mean, maybe that's why I have narcolepsy. It's a weird sleep disorder. I fall asleep in inappropriate places, you know, like, ma'am, your fries are at the second window, ma'am.
Yeah.
And when I was young, narcolepsy made me have really crazy nightmares. I'd wake up like, Papa Smurf! No, Brady, not clumsy. Golly, Papa Smurf, is that a shite? You know, it was just, what is happening? And my mom, you know, so she made me an appointment for an exorcism. That's right. Anybody else celebrate their 7th birthday with an exorcism? There's a reason I do comedy. Chuck E. Cheese, surprise! You get to be Chucky. Yeah. I would have been okay if it was a normal exorcism, you know, with a priest, a little incense, hit me in the face with some holy water. But since she's a Michigan Baptist, I got a hillbilly exorcism. There was a mounted deer between Jesus and Ronald Reagan on the wall. pastor was in camouflage and a NASCAR hat, and he was like, "Holy mother of Ted Nugent, Satan be gone." I puked, and to this day, I don't know if it was the devil or the taxidermy fumes. So, you know. When I was a teenager, my bestie, she was like, "Let's go see that new movie, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street. If you fall asleep, you get murdered." Oh, and I was like, "No way, that's not a movie. That's a documentary of my life." So everybody, there's a lot of true crime fans here tonight, and I'm so glad, because have you seen Murder House Flip?
No.
Oh my gosh, you guys, this is my new stuff, and I can't even. I'm obsessed. It's a show where they renovate homes where murder already happened. It's not a parody. So there are two designers, a guy in a bow tie and a lady fresh from Coachella. The cute older couple is like giving them a tour, and they're like, "Yeah, here's our herb garden. Here's where the 7 bodies were found." And bow tie guy's like, "Oh, I'm thinking gazebo." They're like, "Here's our bedroom. This is where she poisoned people." And Coachella's like, "Oh my God, you sleep where the murder happened?" You know, she's like, "No." It's crazy. There's a whole other one with surfer people. Somebody was hacked in a tub and they were still using it. And Coachella's like, "Oh my God, I'm demoing the hell out of this." And Bowtie's like, "Yeah, we're going to need an exorcist." That's my time. Thanks, you guys. It's been fun.
Let's tell us, where is the social media at?
Everything everywhere is Laura Chris Davis.
Everything everywhere. So
yes.
Are you on TikTok and all that?
Okay. I just got TikTok because a producer made me. I have no videos on there yet, but I will. So stay tuned. I'll probably do my Midwest mom, because she likes to give really intrusive advice about your diet and your sleep.
I like your intrusive mom. Yes. And I remember when Procter & Gamble had to put out that statement about the Satanism and the evil diapers. And I'm thinking, guys, you got this wrong. There's no evil in those diapers until the baby poops in them.
Oh my gosh. They had the symbol. Do you guys remember, Laura, you might remember this. Procter & Gamble has that symbol with like the moon and stars, and they had people drawing the 666, and they were like, "It's because the stars are connected," and that's why they had to like, "No, this has nothing to do with it." Logo.
I know, it was crazy.
She's an author too. She has put out how many books now?
Just one. I have a second one that was delayed. Thank you, COVID, but it's coming out this fall. So.
Yeah.
What kind of book is it?
Not funny, not at all. It's I didn't mention it. It's a young adult fantasy about witches, teenage girl, and all that good stuff. So
as long as there's not sparkly vampires in it, I think that'd be a great thing.
No sparkly vampires.
No more Twilight. Let's not have another Twilight, but that's cool. Hey, there's so many creative people out here. And you know what? I am creative. This Justin News, you seen that little puppet intro? This Justin News started out as news satire, and it's all on the YouTube channel. Go check it out, subscribe. And if you're not a subscriber, why? Come on, guys, just subscribe. Go watch a video or two. You'll see we have so much fun, and there's more fun coming up. Plus, with all these comedy club shows and bombing runs, you have hours upon hours of time. So you can skip the Netflix and chill and just watch This Justin News and take a sleeping pill. Gosh, I didn't think that one out too well, did I? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's not really the best promo, but you know.
No, it isn't. But you know what? You'll have a laugh. You'll have a laugh because, there's a bunch of puppet stuff going on, and it's always fun. And we have a lot of funny comedians on there too. So we're up to our mystery headliner. And mystery headliner, I do need to make sure you are okay. So just tell me that you're ready to go.
Ready.
Okay, everybody, please welcome to the stage our mystery headliner, Anneliese Wright, everybody.
Thank you, Aaron.
Yay.
So, guys, I do comedy a little differently from everybody else. Most comics, when they do a misdirect, it's like a joke. When I misdirect the actual headliner to the wrong Zoom show so that I get a headline.
Yeah.
That's how I do it. That's how I got this spot. So I'm a feminist because I believe women should be able to do whatever they want, stay at home with kids, work a full-time job, be on OnlyFans, but not all three at the same time, because that is exhausting. Oh, jeez. So I have 2 kids. I light up when my kids smile at me. When they're smiling, it means they are up to no good. So I've got to before I can deal with them. So one thing my kids like to do is tear up pieces of paper, like really small, like confetti, and throw it in the air and shout, "Surprise!" So this afternoon it was surprise, and I was like, uh-oh, we need new birth certificates. But then I thought about it and realized it wasn't all bad, because I can get new birth certificates where I can change the name of my kid's father to someone I don't hate. So my kids are also into art. Last night when I was cooking dinner, they made an installation. They called it "Bomb Went Off in the Living Room." Yeah, I changed the name. I just changed the Wi-Fi password. Good luck, kids. So when I put my kids to bed, they're like, "Mom, I'm thirsty," because they just want to go to bed. But if you ever thirst trap, anyway, my kids have been thirsty since birth. That was great because, nursing was awesome for me. It made me into a lingerie model. I went from A cups and fully clothed to D cups and half naked all the time. So I am divorced. My maid of honor was also my divorce attorney. So that was odd. I should have gotten a clue when at the reception she gave me her business card. I also should have gotten a clue when we got the wedding pictures back and she started labeling them Exhibit A. Exhibit B. Yeah. So, you probably hear about people giving up stuff in a divorce, that sucks. But my divorce was awesome because I got stuff back since I divorced a Catholic. I got meat on Fridays, offering money, birth control, fan-freaking-tastic. Because I can't say what I really mean on this show. Anyway, speaking of freaking, I recently attended some sexual harassment training at work. And when I was watching those videos, I noticed that all of the harassers were men. I was like, what's up with that? Women can't sexually harass? Come on. I'm not quick enough to grab a dude's balls. Not strong enough to smack a dude on the ass. Yeah, I'm not crazy enough to show up naked outside a dude's house and scream, "I love you!" Come on. Women's empowerment, baby. We can do it. Actually, I don't sexually harass people because it's a terrible thing to do. I think consent is hot. I'm a lawyer, so I make a guy sign a consent form before he ever goes into my bedroom. It says, I consent to possible STDs, biting, loss of life and limb. I understand. Yeah, I understand I may lose my pants, my motivation, and funds from my bank account. This may be filmed for quality assurance purposes. So who's here? Yeah, I mean, like, you've got to cover all the bases. That's why you film it, right? For your own self-protection. That's why. Anyway, who here is terrible at dating?
Oh, I was.
I'm looking for raised hands because I'm on my phone and I'm not seeing them. I heard somebody. Thanks for being honest. Thank you for being honest, because I am also terrible at dating. I have to tell you this before I tell you this next thing. Otherwise, it won't make sense. So recently, and at the end of the date, the guy asked me if I wanted to see his lightsaber, and I was like, "Sure, I could use some D." He was like, "Oh, you're into the dark side?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And then he was like, I was like, "Oh, are you being Darth Vader? Like, I can call you Daddy." He was like, "No, I need my albuterol." Like, "Oh, is that the robot thingy?" So then I moved in for a kiss, and he smacked me away. At the end of it all, he was really pissed because he said I'd ruined a perfectly good LARPing session. For those of you who don't know, live action role playing. I was like, dude, why can't we just like live action have some sex? I thought that was a thing. I really need some dating help, guys. So I'm going to change the subject to something maybe not as sexy. My mom, I went to visit her, and my mom is a retired teacher, but she has not retired her teacher voice yet. So I go and ask my mom, like, and I'm making a sandwich. I'm like, "Mom, where's the mayonnaise?" And she's like, "Pop quiz. Mayonnaise was invented in what year?" 1873, 1971, or D, all of the above. But my mom taught math and German, so it's usually more like, "Was ist vom Steckstein? Machstein, Machstein, Machstein." You know, y'all probably sat in school and wondered, when am I going to use any of this ridiculous knowledge? Yeah, you're not going to have to use it ever. It's the kids of teachers that have to learn all this crazy shit. Man. So when I was at my mom's house, my worst fear happened. My mom found my comedy notebook. It was bad. She took a red pen, marked it up for grammar, and gave me a D. That's the only D I've had in a very long time. Anyway, afterwards, my mom gave me this pamphlet that said, "How to leave your career as a sex worker and find Jesus." Wow. I started reading it, and I was like, sex workers make a lot of money. Way more than comics. Great idea, Mom. Thank you. All right, guys, that is all for me. Thank you. You have been amazing.
Yay. right. Oops, I replaced it. I got to add her spotlight. And Anneliese, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Anneliese M. Wright on Instagram.
On Instagram. Thank you so much, Anneliese. And you know what? Her internet went down as fast as mine does on WoW. So I'm not sure. Do you have WoW?
It's WoW Extra Plus.
WoW
Yeah.
Extra Plus. So that's the most. Yeah, I know. That's how it goes. And here I am running. I'm running the tech because she does the tech, guys. So let's all give her a big round of applause for running the tech of the show. I'm hunting for the icons all the time because that's what I do when I run a Zoom show by myself. It looks terrible. So that's why I have my great friend there, Anneliese. We run Zoom shows like nobody else. I don't know why it's so hard to do, but some people have a hard time doing it. But that was our show for tonight, guys. She is so awesome. And Anneliese, do you have a live show coming up?
I have a couple live shows coming up. I have one in Omaha, Nebraska. Sorry, my phone's falling. On June 19th at 7 p.m. at the Backline Theater. I have one on July 17th at 7 p.m. at the Backline Theater. I have one on July 24th at the Backline Theater that includes Aaron DeSpiva, his friend Bill Douglas, and other folks in Omaha. I have more live shows to come, guys.
So if you're in Omaha, Nebraska, go check it out. Yeah, and I am traveling to go to Omaha, Nebraska, because this, you know what, over the past year, we've made some really good friends, and Anneliese is one of my great friends, and I love to go do comedy with her up there, and it's going to be a blast. So, but that's going to be
amazing.
It's going to be a fun time. And this is my second time to Omaha. The last time I was there was 87. And that was for 4-H. Yeah, I have to explain 4-H. That's a youth group kind of thing. And I was there for an electrical contest, and I placed 4th out of 5th. Because I shocked the coach or whatever, I think. I don't know what happened. But anyways, didn't get electrocuted. It was fine. He was fine. But you know what? We are at our time. This hasn't been an hour show. So I want to thank our comedians tonight. Davine Ker. Woo! PaulKilmer, Stephen Osborn, Lauren Smith, Chris Davis, and Anneliese. Big round of applause. And Vickie Plummer, who was here, and then she had to jump to High Wire Improv. You gotta go watch them too because they do some cool comedy on YouTube. And Anneliese Wright, thank you again for running the tech here. That's been a great time. But that's the show for tonight, guys. It will be on my YouTube channel later on, either tonight or tomorrow. So you can go back and check it out and watch them again and again and again, and keep watching them, please. We want some hours on that YouTube channel. Let's pump up that YouTube channel because we have some great content there. So for me, Vickie Plummer, and Anneliese Wright, this has been an Oddly Funny production. Good night, everybody.
Yay.
Yay.
This has been an Oddly Funny production.